Never change a winning formula. It's a statement that applies to motor cars just as much to life in general. And Suzuki have had a very big winning formula with their Swift model. They've sold 1.65 million worldwide and over 55,000 of them in the UK. Which is why, at first glance, you may struggle to see the major differences with the newest version of the Suzuki Swift. But that's because another saying, if it isn't broke, don't change it. They loved the design of this car, was one of the key selling points. And what we've got here, if you get round it and look in detail, you see some really nice subtle changes to the car, front and back. But it's kept the overall shape that everyone enjoyed. We've got an all-new rear end, highlighted by these new shaped rear lights. Bumper has been changed, gives it a much more solid stance to the car. It's 90 millimeters longer now. Not a massive amount, but it gives more interior space. There's also a brand new 1.2 litre engine that's better on fuel economy, better on CO2 emissions. So this is, despite appearances, a dramatically changed car. It's a very easy to live with type of interior, and there's a little bit more interior space, both leg and headroom, for front and rear seat passengers. Very practical family car for four. It may be called the Swift, but with a 1.2 litre engine, it was never really going to be that swift. The good news, it's actually quite a refined little engine, quite smooth. The bad news, you need to work the gearbox very, very hard to get the maximum out of it there. If you're cruising, you're okay. And although it's got 93 brake horsepower, if you see a steep hill, you will be changing gear. And the good news is it's got more power than the 1.3 litre engine it replaces. It's improved its MPG by 7 miles to the gallon, and the CO2 emissions have been reduced to 119 grams per kilometre, which will help when it comes to road taxation. I think they should add a little turbocharger into this, and it would give it that little extra boost that clearly the handling and the chassis can cope with, and I think would just really top the car off. It's a very well-equipped car as well. It's got Bluetooth connectivity, it's got air conditioning, cruise control on this top-of-the-range model. So you lack for nothing in the little luxuries. The other thing that you feel about Suzuki, they've got a very good reputation for reliability. This feels a very well screwed together car. The great thing about Suzuki is they've built up a real loyal band of customers in the UK. This model attracted quite a few new and younger customers, which was its big aim. I think if they liked the current car, they will definitely be more impressed by this car.